Let's get back to our favourite government body, the ATO. The good old days, Olga. You used to ring the ATO, you make an offer of 10, 20, 30 cents in the dollar. What's the position now around reducing that and being able to negotiate a timeline in terms of repayment? Can you give us some insight there?
So the ATO don't actually do deals. So for some people in the room, they will for you. So only in an event of insolvency can you do a deal. And that's the only way to get rid of core debt. Whereas if you're not going through an event of insolvency, you can't just do a deal. So the amount of times I hear people say, Olga, you just got to tell them, just ring them up and just tell them. If they don't take my 10 cents in the dollar, I'll go broke and no one will get anything. They say that a lot. It won't work. They don't care. So even if you say, well, no one's going to get their paid super and I've got employees for this long, the ATO don't do deals. Their KPIs are not around collections, they're around compliance. And so what they're actually looking at is moving things from their desk within a 28-day time frame. Now, it can move to a different pile. It can move from the non-compliant pile to compliance, which means they're in an active payment arrangement. So once they're in a payment arrangement, they're compliant, and you effectively disappear off the radar. So for the lenders in the room, I'm sure you'll all nod that as soon as a client is in a payment plan, the options for lending to them go through the roof. You've got so many more options once they're in that compliant payment arrangement. The other way that you can reduce the debt is by getting rid of the interest and penalties. Now, at the moment, it sits at 11.25% compounded daily. Again, for the maths people, the brokers and lenders, you can do the maths quicker than me. But 11.25% compounded daily is huge. So they're not actually a cheap small business bank, and they're very specifically saying they don't want to be used as a small business bank. So as Nigel was saying, when you go back to first principles, the ATO look at the whole debt, including the interest, as part of the debt. It is not an automatic right that when you get to the end of a payment plan that you can just ring up and say, hi, I'm all done, can I have my interest back, please? That won't happen. An application has to be made, matching the legal practice requirements with what's gone on in the client's world with the debt to get rid of the interest and penalties. But those interest and penalties are huge, and often we're able to reduce a client's debt by over half by getting rid of the interest and penalties when you go back over the life of that client's file and they've had lumpy compliance.